What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Side Hustle Gigs. It's your man Malik Ray here, bringing you another video. This video is for my rideshare drivers, for my Uber rideshare drivers to be specific. I had someone ask me a question as far as when you rent a car through Uber, how does the insurance work? So I thought this was a great idea to make a video about Uber insurance in general, and then I'm also going to talk about how insurance works when you're renting a car through either Avis or Hertz. Okay, so what rideshare and delivery drivers should know about coverage. Okay, when you earn with a transportation network company, TNC, which is Uber, and Lyft and other rideshare companies of that nature, referred to here as ride sharing, most states require extra and costly insurance. So being a rideshare driver can be a little bit more. Your insurance could cost a little bit more from that if you let them know. Now, if you don't let them know, then you can keep the policy that you got. But if they end up finding out, you may have to end up changing your policy, and it might cost you a little bit more. So just be careful of that. You might want to contact your insurance company to see what the difference may be. It might not be that much, but you definitely want to be on the safe side just in case something happens. Anything could happen. You want to be on the safe side, especially if you're using this as something that you need for a source of income. You don't want anything messing up, right? So Uber maintains this commercial insurance on your behalf. What's covered depends on the factors such as who's at fault, whether you were offline, online, en route, or on trip, and your personal insurance policy. Okay, all of those factor in. Okay, learn more about the commercial insurance coverage Uber maintains on your behalf below. So we're gonna look at that right now. Coverage when you're offline. Okay, your personal auto insurance covers you while you're offline. Simple as that. You must maintain personal automobile insurance at mandatory minimum limits and provide proof of insurance to drive and deliver with a vehicle with Uber. Straight like that. I'm gonna read that again. Your personal auto, and this is coverage when you're offline. Okay, not online. We're talking about offline. If you're not driving, you need to have your own insurance. Okay, that's mandatory. Okay, and Uber, if you're using your car, Uber's actually gonna want to see proof of insurance. You actually have to upload that information. Okay, and this is with your car. All right, so you have to have insurance to drive for Uber. Straight like that. All right, read this again. Your personal auto insurance covers you while you're offline. You must maintain personal automobile insurance at mandatory minimum limits and provide proof of your insurance to drive and deliver with a vehicle with Uber. Boom, straight up. Okay, coverage to prepare your car when you're en route or on a trip is contingent on your personal insurance, including comprehensive and collision coverage. Straight like that. Okay, now next, coverage when you're online and available for a trip. Okay, accidents happen. Suppose you're at fault and another person gets hurt and their vehicle gets damaged. In that case, our third-party liability insurance coverage covers the cost of injuries or damage in at least the following amounts: $50,000 per person and $100,000 per accident for injuries, $25,000 in property damages per accident. Depending on the law of your state, Uber may maintain extra coverage for you and your riders, including one or more of the following: coverage for you and your riders for injury in a hit and run on an accident caused by an uninsured or underinsured driver; personal injury protection, including medical expenses and lost wages for you and your riders, no matter who's at fault; medical payment coverage for you and your riders, no matter who is at fault. So this is everything that you get when you are actually online. Okay, this is coverage when you're online, available for a trip. Okay, this is what you can get with the coverage. All right, now coverage when you're en route on a trip. Okay, Uber maintains some of the most comprehensive insurance in ride sharing and deliveries, including insurance that covers at least $1 million for property damage and injuries to riders and third parties involved in accidents where you're at fault; insurance that covers the cost to repair your car up to the actual cash value with the $2,500 deductible; Okay, 2,500 deductible, guys, contingent on your personal insurance, including comprehensive and collision coverage. This extra insurance maintained by Uber protects your car, no matter who's at fault, if you maintain comprehensive and collision coverage on your own vehicle. Okay, in most U.S. states, you can also purchase optional injury protection. Okay, and I'm gonna show you all, you guys all of this stuff on the phone as well. Okay. In most states, you can also purchase optional injury protection to cover your additional medical expenses if you're hurt in an accident. This insurance offering pioneered by Uber is designed specifically for drivers. Okay, depending on the law of your state, Uber may maintain extra coverage for you and your riders, including one of the following, and probably the same things that I've already read. Okay, as far as at the top, coverage for you and your drivers, uninsured and uninsured, personal injury protection for you and no matter who's at fault, medical payment coverage for you and whoever's at fault. Okay, so there is insurance available. Those are the things that are available, and you can find this. Okay, if you go to Uber, if you put in renting a Uber car, insurance with renting a car with Uber, then you can find this same information. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my phone now and show you where to find this information as well as give you more information as far as actually, having insurance with renting a car through Avis or Hertz. Okay, so let's get into that. Okay, guys, going into the Uber app, I'm going to show you where you can find your insurance information. Okay, so you want to come over into the app and you want to go over to the top right and you'll see these options here. You want to go to account. When you go to account, you're going to have a whole bunch of different options here, and you're going to see insurance. Okay, you click on insurance. This is your insurance hub here. Okay, every trip using Uber is insured. Okay, they give you the liability coverage information, contingent physical damage coverage, and then you have the optional injury protection. Okay, at the bottom you see contingent comprehensive and collision coverage only applies to covered accidents if you maintain this coverage on your own personal auto insurance. Before this coverage applies, you must first pay a $2,500 deductible. Approved vehicle marketplace drivers are responsible for a $1,000 deductible. Okay, now if you go back here and you decide to actually sign up, the thing about it is when you go into the Uber app, they ask you if you want to actually sign up for the Uber insurance. So you can sign up and get the coverage that you want, and then they're going to give you your limits based on where you live, in the state you live in, and all of that information. But this is where you go and find it. Okay, I'm going to show you again. You want to click on the top left. Okay, there's a 3 lines there. Okay, it brings up a whole, a whole list of things that you can go to, and go to accounts, and then scroll down and go to insurance. Okay, and then you can get all your information as far as how much you're going to get, what's available, what you need, and things like that. So as far as like insurance with, having a getting a rental car, this will be covered, but you will be paying $2,500 out of your pocket first based on what happens. Okay, a deductible if there's an accident or any of that information. Okay, so hopefully this helped out. If you need more information, you can either go to the Uber app itself or go to the Uber website or call Uber support and get a person on the phone to give you more clarity and give you more detailed information if I haven't done that for you. But hopefully I did. If so, give this channel a thumbs up. And thank you for watching. This is Side Hustle Gigs, giving information on making money, or giving information on how you can earn money part-time, full-time, in your spare time, anytime, and giving you the information that you need to make the right decision. So hopefully this helped out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.